Warning: viewer discretion is advised. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are you doing a Diamond in the Rough on 28 days/weeks later when the franchise has a movie coming out in 2 days? Well, I want this to be a sort of time capsule. If in the unlikely event 28 years later is awful, I don't want it to take away from the other movies, like we talked about recently with Star Wars. That all out of the way, let's get to this week's Diamond in the Rough, 28 days and 28 weeks later. Starting with 28 days later, I cannot express the absolute roller coaster of emotions you get from watching this movie. Cillian Murphy does an absolutely phenomenal job throughout, and you really feel like you're living in this horrifying new world. The idea of fast zombies brings a whole new level of terror that the slow ones already gave you. You get such a great personal story between Jim, Hannah, Selena, and Frank, and also them being terrorized by the first Doctor at the end of the movie was a nice touch.
Why don't you finish the job and make the Daleks extinct? Rid the universe of your filth! Why don't you just die?
In all seriousness, Christopher Eccleston does an amazing job here. All in all, 28 Days Later is a must-watch of the horror genre. Now, this all sounds like I don't think of 28 Weeks Later in the same way. I do, but in a more classic military intervention sort of way. It's a little more by the book than one might like, but again, Robert Carlyle does an amazing job as Don, and as always, it's nice to see Idris Elba doing Idris Elba things. The siblings also have an amazing chemistry, especially the scene where they find their mom in the abandoned house. Maybe this one isn't as much of a must-watch as 28 Days Later, but it's still a fine entry to the franchise and genre. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to hear what you think of these movies and what your thoughts are on 28 Years Later when you go see it. As always, I hope I see you in the next one.